Hey everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Cooking with Food with Phil. I'm your host Phil, and today we're going to take a look at vegetables, mostly for the vegans and vegetarians who watch this show, who have complained several times that Jell-O is made from cow bits and hot dogs shoved in watermelons are only half vegetable. Technically they're fruit, I think. Anyway, the vegetarians have been living on this planet for several years now, and although I envy their malnourished, lithe figures and chalk-like bones, I haven't had a single episode devoted to the vegetarian tofu agenda, which can be dangerous. If done improperly, they may try to kidnap me and sacrifice me to their mutant carrot god. But it's a risk I'm willing to take for you, the fans. Gonna need some butter. Actually, you know what? We can't use butter, so we'll use nature's butter. Guacamole, esophagus. I don't know where these grow, but you're gonna need to cut it in twain. And easiest tool to use for that is a saw. We'll need a few more ingredients. Make sure to put your tools back when you're done using those puppies. We're going to get some blue cheese. We can't use blue cheese. Can't use blue cheese. That's the mold is technically, vegan acceptable, but the dairy products aren't. Tzatziki sauce or yogurt dip, cucumber garlic. This, I'm sure, is acceptable because it doesn't have any sort of meat and it doesn't have any. Is yogurt? Milk. Stop that. Flatbread. It's like regular bread, but it hasn't risen yet. We also have avocados. You can tell when these guys are ripe because just like a baby's skull, they're soft, pliable, and have a seed on the inside. Next ingredient is garlic mince. You don't want to cut garlic yourself because it'll make you cry. And the most elusive and exciting out of all vegetarian ingredients. The available here. When handling the not be careful. It is slippery. Smells a little. And it can be a bit messy. One of the interesting things about this plant is you can actually turn it inside out. Amazing! Just like our forefathers who ventured into the Amazon to discover it found. It's very pliable, yet delicious. What you want to do is give it a nice hard blow. That way you can get all the vitreous and fluid that's been building up in the brine for a while. It may inflate at first. Don't be scared. Just make sure to move it all into the center. That way it'll dribble down. See that? That's all that fluid built up. So what we do is we get it down to one end and milk it out. Come on, baby. Come on, milk it out. What I tell you. And if you're like me, you're going to save that for later. You're going to want to remove the head of the plant. Now, if you're not seeing it clearly, it's because it's been outlawed in the state you're watching this from. I know for a fact it's been outlawed in 13 of the continental United States. But that shouldn't stop you from being able to acquire it in a black market, or, if you're not as adventurous as I, a gray market, because sometimes they happen. Make sure to cut off the stamen. It's the large part at the end there. Looks kind of like a ball sack. Take that head off, and realistically, you don't even need it anymore. So I say discard it, and move on to the next step. You want to blow your up like a balloon, or inflate it like the US dollar. Tie off the sides, and then put it in the dish to cool. Actually, it's going to heat up a bit. The tends to put off a lot of heat in this particular stage, so you want to make sure you use Pyrex or glass instead of plastic. Otherwise, it could melt straight through the table, burning any children shackled underneath. Take your ice cold tap water, put on your safety goggles, and make sure you're ready, because this is about to get messy. All right, that was a little messy, but all good things start out that way, right? At least I did. Anyway, we're gonna take our sifter, pull some of that goop and sludge right out of there. Yeah, and that is the last step before we preheat our oven to 350 degrees and put it in for about 20 minutes.
Add 2 1/2 cups of tofu, slice your avocado in twain, and show that seed. Use the boss. Gently force the avocado's insides into the blender and clean your hands on the sexiest chef in the kitchen. Add precisely 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. Oops, we're 1 short. Warm your Yankee Candle in the microwave and add 2 heaping spoonfuls to your mix. Like a in a fight between 2 drag queens, spoon your tofu into the blender and lightly frappe. Test the consistency and salt to taste. President Rutherford B. Hayes used to bathe in this concoction as an all-natural remedy to his crippling back pain. With only 5 minutes left, try to find a productive way to occupy yourself until the oven dings.
Now it's safe to take off your goggles. You want to take your baked
Spread your toppings like a prostitute at a bank heist.
There we are. Perfect. Beautiful. Meat eaters, you don't know what you're missing. This is some good, still legal, hallucinogenic, black market, at least the best that I've ever had. Well, that's enough of that. But in all seriousness, folks, if you have any friends that are considering becoming vegans, get the hell away from them. Eat some goddamn meat. Yeah. Best sound effect ever.